VanLifeRocks. My name is Ray and welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to discuss one of the worst parts about van life and RV life is when your vehicle breaks down. I'm going to give you a list of some of the things that you could do to prevent that and what happens when it does. Alright, let's go. You should stay at home. Breakdowns. Car breakdowns. Oh yeah. Your van, your RV is going to break down all the time. You're going to be driving down the road. Wheels are going to be falling off. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, don't do it. Okay, so breakdowns are going to happen, right? Eventually, you know, something's going to happen. In the last 3 years, I've had 5 breakdowns. 3 times I needed my van to be towed. 2 times I needed a battery to be replaced. So lucky for us, as we're driving down the road and we find ourselves on the side of the road for a breakdown, lucky for us, we're at home. We can make ourselves lunch and waiting for that tow truck to pick us up and take us to the shop. Alright, so there's 5 things that we could do to prevent or manage a breakdown. Number 1 is knowledge. Know as much as you can about the vehicle that you have, as much as possible. Get the owner's manual, flip through the maintenance section and find out how often things need to be fixed or replaced, so that way you can have an idea of when things go out. Also, you can go on YouTube and find out as much as you can about your vehicle. There's also great mechanics on YouTube that if you have a part that needs to be fixed and you want to do it yourself, there's a lot of great YouTubers out there that are mechanics and they'll show you step by step on how to replace that part. Another thing you can do is grab it's an OBDII scanner, and this is by Blue Driver. I'm not affiliated with this company or this product, but this is a scanner that you can plug into underneath the steering wheel, and it talks to your computer in your vehicle, and that way you can grab your phone and find out if you have any error codes or check engine lights on your vehicle. You could scan exactly what's going on, what the issue is in your vehicle, in your engine, and find out what it is. So this is great. This is about under $100. I think it's on sale right now for $85. But this is great. This has so much information. It also tells you how often things need to be fixed or replaced. But if your engine throws a code, it tells you exactly what that code is. This is what the mechanics use as well. They plug in right into your OBDII scanner. They scan exactly what the issue is. That way they can fix it for you and get you on the road again. Alright, the 4th thing that you could do before you go on a road trip is pop the hood, check all the fluids in the engine, find out what the oil looks like, check the oil, check the hoses, and start to become familiar with the parts inside the engine bay. Know exactly what the alternator is, and so that you can point it out. Find out where the water pump is and see if there's anything leaking from it. Take a look at the battery and make sure that the wires are nice and tight. See if all the hoses are connected properly and nothing's leaking from it. Take a look underneath the vehicle and see if there's anything that's been leaking from the vehicle. Check the air pressure in the tires, and then you should be good to go. Alright, number 3 is have an emergency fund. Have about $3,000 to $5,000 worth to fall back on for your vehicle. So if you have a van, I think $3,000 is good to have. That way if you have a breakdown, you could have that transmission replaced, or you could have that water pump replaced. But if you have an RV, you might want to have about $5,000 of an emergency fund for your RV. That way you could have those things replaced, and it'll be a lot less stressful, and it'll be easier to handle and maintain that breakdown, and just make things go easier for you. Alright, number 2, you could always ask the manager of the shop if you could stay overnight. If you're waiting for a part to come in for your vehicle, or if it's taking a couple extra days for the shop to repair your vehicle, ask the manager of the shop if you could stay overnight. For the most part, I think that's not an issue. Your vehicle is not the only vehicle in the parking lot waiting to be fixed or serviced. If not, you could always check yourself into a hotel while your vehicle is being repaired. Alright, the number 1 thing you could do to manage a breakdown or try to prevent a breakdown is to have a Roadside Service membership. So whether that's AAA or Good Sam, or your insurance company might have Roadside Service. I'm not affiliated with any of these products or companies, but for me, AAA has been amazing. The 5 times I had a breakdown, one time it was for the water pump, One time was a loose hose, and another time was for a dead starter. So I had my vehicle towed 3 times. The AAA service took care of that, so I didn't have to pay for towing. It's included in the membership. In my membership, it's the premium, so once a year I could have my vehicle towed up to 200 miles, which is awesome because I find myself out in the desert, going to the desert all the time. So the nearest town could be 100 miles away. So it's nice to have that coverage. That way I'm not paying for a huge tow bill to have my vehicle towed to the nearest shop. So it's really nice to have. Also, my van, the battery in my van went out twice. So for $130 for my van, I got a battery that was replaced twice for $135. They came to me, they checked the battery, they checked my alternator, make sure all the charging systems were right on, and both times it was a dead battery. They replaced it, so it's under warranty. And if you didn't know, AAA has a 6-year warranty on their batteries. So the first 3 years it's a complete replacement for that battery, and after that it's prorated. So having a roadside service, I think, is one of the best things you could have for your van or RV. There's different levels of membership. There's the basic, there's a premium, and then there's the RV and motorcycle memberships. So make sure that you have the right membership for your case. That way, if you're on the side of the road and you need to be towed, they got you covered. Alright guys, thank you for liking the video. Until next time, Van Life Rocks.